Hey, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shad, Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Okay, and salutations and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel. People of Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian descent. Okay, Shalom. Okay, the more times change, or the more things change, the more things stay the same. You know, as far as concerning this devil. It's the same spirit of ancient Egypt when the new Pharaoh come in and didn't know the Israelites. It's like it's noise, and so they chose to deal with the people with the word says wisely, which that word there is being deceitfully, dealing with us deceitfully. With this here, the history of this here, you can see the piles and piles of buffalo skulls. That's right. That's just That's just the head of the buffalo. Just the head. This is horrifying. But he's in that same spirit now. The same spirit. You know. He starved out the Israelites, the Native Americans and the Seminole Indians. Starved them out, weakened them, and then came in and slaughtered them. So there's nothing different than what's going to go on now. Where's she at? Here's another one. Where Colorado farmers are complaining about this devil releasing certain wolves that are known to kill livestock. Sorry. So let me grab another description if I read this here. You gotta read. There are those that's going to get straight up caught up into and continue on getting caught up into this devil and his deceit. Like there's this vote coming on, and there's still dumbass jakes that literally believe that there's going to be made change through these Edomites in office, Democrat or Republican. There's just some of us, some of our people that's just going to remain in that deep sleep until they just die, man. Just stupid. Just straight up stupid, man. That's 2 Corinthians 2:11. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And part of one of his devices is just being deceitfully. Is the word covertly? Covertly, how they use their military, the CIA. You're not going to see it on the surface. They're being, they're dealing wisely, deceitfully. They're being, they're using that craft of, and that word, again, you have to explain this way, like when a house is put together, you don't see the whole house. When each and every worker comes in has its own duty. And this devil works the same way in his deceit, using the whole damn system that you can't see it unless you're looking for it, unless your eyes are open. If your eyes open and you have the sense enough to go back and study this previous things this goddamn devil has done. Same shit. It's just happening all over again. It's just in a different form, different matter. The scripture says, Ecclesiastes 1:9, the thing that has been have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Look at this devil and his works, man. This is just recently. USDA to pay farmers who euthanize animals amid meat plant shutdowns. So they're manufacturing a famine that's coming. Ultimately, it's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai getting in the minds of these devils, which is these devils are his sword to punish the people. This devil, the so-called white man, is his full sword. And this white man don't have no pleasures, just as the angels don't have no pleasure at all. They find nothing but pleasure in serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. These devils are, they find pleasure in wickedness and evil and suffering. They get off on those things. So why would you expect anything different? And the politicians, the ones you're crying about and fighting for, they're with the plan. Although I've strongly believed that the elite of the Edomites is even setting their own people up for failure. That's easy to believe. This devil doesn't even love his family, his own kids, his own damn self. Farmers who euthanize hogs, chickens, and turkeys because of limited meat processing capacities during the thing can apply for federal aid for their losses starting next week. Down said this was announced Tuesday. The USDA will pay 80% of the fair market value for the livestock, as well as cost of depopulation and disposal. The aid is part of the department's ongoing pandemic assistance for producers effort was authorized by the fiscal 2021 appropriation packages. You can read about that too, enacted in December. So it's an actual thing, the cost of depopulation and disposal. So this ain't just a war on. Well, this is ultimately just a war on a people, man, but mainly the Israelites. But just look at that. And them dumbasses like excited to get paid just to help bring in the famine. Like the scripture says, they don't know where this thing is coming from. They don't know how it's coming or when it's coming. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is allowing them to destroy themselves. These great Americans, these great Babylonians, these great Egyptians. Producers can request assistance if they put down swine, chicken, and turkeys between March 1st and December 26th of last year and had legal ownership of the animals at the time they were killed. Meat packers, poultry dealers, and contract growers aren't eligible for aid, nor are producers with more than 900,000 annual income from 2016 through 2018. So ain't nothing changing at all. Nothing at all. But this is here. This is what he's done in the past. This is the Native American .KOK. The 1873 it's like 1872 to 73, the slaughter of the buffaloes. The suddenness of it all was appalling, as much as it strains today's imagination. The white man slaughtered their buffalo in hundreds of thousands, utterly obliterating in one season's kill the southern Kansas herd, which the kind and the Apahos had in large measures subsisted. They killed my buffalo, and when I see that, my heart feels like bursting. I feel sorry. Has a white man become a child that he should kill recklessly and not eat? When the red men slay game, they do so that they live and not starve. And the red man. That's what the name they put on the Native Americans. but we know who the real red man is. There's some good reading here. Between 1872 and 73, over 3 million buffalo were killed. The reason were purely economic, but the result was to destroy the basis of the way of life of the peoples who inhabited the area where the annihilation took place, the southern plains. See? But the result was to destroy the basis of the way of life. Ain't nothing changed with this devil. Not a goddamn thing. Here's the dude, what he said. Let's see if I can find it. And you know what's going on in Texas. You know that's a direct energy weapon that they use there. But let me find this one. You already know. Colorado rancher claims agency released wolves known to kill livestock. I mean, he's coming in all ways. These non-lethal methods encouraged by science can keep wolves from killing livestock. But here you go. Colorado ranchers claim agency releases wolves from Oregon packs that kill livestock. And renege on his promise to avoid bringing wolves into the state that had been confirmed to have killed livestock in Oregon. Released 10 wolves captured in Oregon. I mean, 10 may not be like much, but they breed and multiply in Grand and Summit counties completing this year. And if this is done here, imagine it's probably done more more than one other place. Oregon was the only state willing to give wolves to Colorado. Half of the wolves released in Colorado belong to Oregon packs that have confirmed livestock depredations since July, according to Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife. Study has shown once wolves learn to kill livestock, they have a propensity to continue the behavior. Oh, there it is. Releasing a wolf. Man, this is something. This is something. But get back to that. Esau ain't playing. Livestock lost massive in Texas panhandle. I mean, they've been doing this thing for years now, and ultimately it's going to get to the point where it's obvious that, food is scarce. They even did a study yesterday I read it yesterday, on the amount of beef that's eaten, and by sex, and it's of course it's mainly men. I mean, I know the study don't really tell you nothing, but these people have terrible diets. That's all they eat is meat. I know one rancher near Canada who lost 280 mama cows. 280 mama, they were calving so many of those are pairs. Another rancher lost more than 300, and one lost 50 or more 2 year ago replacement. 2 or more 2-year-old replacements. Yeah, them wildfires is tearing through Texas. This may have many acres in this one fire called the Smoky Creek Complex. I'm guessing, and I emphasize guessing, but out of that 500,000 acres, 150,000 or more will be in Hempfield County. And all that farmland. And there's an actual picture. It's not in there. Rows and rows of cows dead from the fire. I don't know what happened to it. Sorry. Well, this is all what's coming in the very near future. As Yahweh said so. This is Jeremiah 18:21. Therefore deliver up their children to the famine, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Yet, Yahweh, thou knowest all thy counsels against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, their wickedness, neither blot out their sin from thy sight. But let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger. And this scripture is mentioning a famine and dying by swords and invasion and an invasion. Man, oh man, oh man. Man. This is it here. The livestock loss in Texas is massive. And everyone knows, and they're even catching videos of these weapons, the direct energy weapons, DEW. They're even catching videos of them being used. See what the comments say. It says jump to comments. There ain't no comments. People are too afraid to comment now. They see what's going on. You know, all these years, all them motherfuckers on the streets wearing them dresses and sheets and them bums on the streets talking like this is gonna happen. They said this was gonna happen in the year 2000. They said this was gonna happen in the 2012. Or remember the 2012, the lunar calendar or some shit. I don't know. You know. Okay. Well, and now that you find them, they don't have much to say, but now they resorting to, we're all one. We're together, and we must unite. Shit, man. This past madness here is come back to visit them, but this time it's biting them. The children, the family, and the children of these people that orchestrated this act. Now they must suffer. It's just a time of judgment. That's what it is, a time of judgment. And the great whore. There's some famine scriptures here. Jeremiah 24:10, and I will send the sword, the famine, and the pestilence among them, till they be consumed from off the land I gave unto them and their fathers. Jeremiah 29:17, thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, I will send upon them the sword, the famine, and the pestilence. And yesterday was nice, and the people that and remember this air. This ain't no summer air yet, and all the motorcycle riders out with no helmets on, all the people out, their windows down, music blaring, just flying in that cold air. Their hospitals, the next them hospitals about to fill up. They're about to start filling up from the sickness, these sicklings. Jeremiah 38:2. There's one in Ezekiel. And remember, this famine is going to bring in cannibalism as well. This famine is going to have crime swell up, man. Crime, just murder, theft, robbery, assaults. All of them, all this is about to multiply. Our skin was black like an oven before because of the terrible famine. when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Wow. It's just word, man. Famine or hunger. That's the last thing you want, is to die by hunger or famine. That's the worst of worst. It's a scripture that says best to die by the sword than by a famine. Hunger, more or less extensive dearth, famine, famish, hunger. Is that dearth? First, look it up this way: a scarcity of lack of something. And I think it's in the Apocrypha, if I'm correct. Now there came a dearth over all the land of Egypt and Canaan, and a great affliction, and our fathers found no substance. Nehemiah, Jeremiah. The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah concerning the dearth. Okay. So I'm going to close it there. So that's why we must be on our guard, on our watch continually. And again, don't, even in these times of trouble and these times of affliction and whatever, man, you got to continue on. You got to push through this madness, man, because that day of being rewarded is coming. The day of us having plenty is coming, man. Here, I have to add this. Where we're gonna be, like he said, his servant's gonna eat, man. All we gotta do is just keep on reporting on these things. It's Isaiah 60. It's as simple as that. Just keep reporting on it. Keep prophesying on it. There we go, 65. I don't know why I said 66 in my head. You can read it all. But I'm just going to read my point here. But therefore, thus said the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Goddamn famine being actually orchestrated, being manufactured right in our faces, man, right in the face of the world. And these motherfuckers crying over getting Trump in office. They're crying about the border. See, their people are blind, man, to what matters. Well, it don't matter. That's the lot they're supposed to be in. It's dumb and blind. Shalom.